king of all rabbits, King Flopsy the Third, sat on his throne, watched by the herd. He yawned and he lifted a kit by his scut, said, "I named this rabbit Fluffy," and kissed his left foot. He handed each child back to its mother, who stepped away smiling, replaced by another. More and more children his day had dragged on, then a buck with a book said, "Sir, here's the last one." He held up the kitten, but for the first time, as hard as he tried, no name came to mind. Each that he thought of he'd given before. He'd used all the names, there weren't any more. Flopper and Tufty and Cottontail Jill, Fluffy and Bunny and lop-eared Bill, Bella and Topper, Tufty Snowball. He had no more names, he'd now used them all. He looked left and right and up and around until suddenly inspiration he found. He smiled at the mother who brought him her son and announced to the world, "I'll name him Warren." The king of all rabbits made his way through the crowd as the does did their curtsies and the bucks bowed their bows, and the trumpeter sounded the royal fanfare, leaving young Warren's mother just stood standing there. Now young Warren's mother wasn't best pleased. She thought that her son would be mercilessly teased with a name so outlandish what would others say, so she spoke to the book about her dismay. "But Mrs. Fluffykins, I can't change his name. The king he has spoken, the name must remain. I've written it down in my book anyway, and I've not got a rubber on my pencil today." Now kits are like kids, they can't half be horrid, but Mrs. McFluffykins needn't have worried. The others did tease him, though he teased them back, along with his best friend, a rabbit named Jack. And it didn't last long. Before many years, Warren became the kit known as Big Ears, an insult to some but not to this bunny. Water off a duck's back, he thought it was funny. Warren grew quickly and Warren grew strong, and grew into those ears before very long. Handsome and smart, quick of wit and of mind, both caring and strong, and above all else kind. Then came the day that the old king did die. All the bucks, does and kits in the kingdom did cry. Then once the old king was placed in his crypt, a new king of all rabbits had to be picked. The contest was held in the time-honoured way on the top of the hill on the first day of May. The oldest and wisest doe held aloft a stopwatch and began the contest with ready steady hopscotch. Thousands of rabbits set off down the hill, leaping and bounding and racing until just the two fastest were left in the race, hopping and scotching and red in the face. Neck and neck as they neared the finish, Warren and a buck by the name of Spinach, but just as they were about to cross the line, poor Spinach trod on a wasp. He shrieked and tumbled to the ground, tears in his eyes as he rolled all around. A one-rabbit race now that Spinach had fallen. Warren must win even if he were crawling. But no, he stopped short, turned around and returned to the rabbit now sobbing as the poor stung foot burned. He smiled as he crouched down beside the poor buck and said, "Here was I thinking our feet were good luck." He put vinegar on Spinach's wound and checked the wasp was okay, then helped the stricken buck to his feet and was cheered upon his way. When finally had Warren crossed the finishing line, he'd spent so long being kind he was 189th. The wise old doe that held the stopwatch met the pair at the line and exclaimed, "That was top notch. You've already proven yourself the most fast, but the king of all rabbits needs far more than that." The trumpeter's fanfare filled the air as the buck with a buck stepped forth and declared, "The race has been run and the new king selected. Now let's have a party, get the marquee erected." You've never parted till you've parted rabbit style. The conger alone was over a mile. The carrot cake was delightfully light, a jamboree running right through the night. The new king slept with his crown on his head, yawning and tucked safe in his royal bed, so proud of himself that he felt he might burst, the king of all rabbits, King Warren the First.